Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. What is the last concept? Types of testing, right? Okay. Online students, is it the screen is visible? Online students can respond in the chat window. All the online students can respond in the chat window. Okay, right. Let's complete on that. So the one we have been taking care about types of testing, or which we can mention the testing types here, right? In that, the one we need to be mentioning about taking with smoke testing. So what is the meaning of smoke testing? So as simple as we can mention that executing high-level test cases. So the meaning of smoke testing, we need to be mentioning that executing high-level test cases. When you will be performing smoke testing is, we need to be perform this particular smoke testing whenever new build has been released from development team to testing team. It will be taking with the help of smoke testing here. At the same time, it will be taking with sanity testing. Meaning of sanity testing? Sanity testing also, we need to be mentioning that executing high-level test cases. Both are considering that executing high-level test cases only. In case of smoke testing, need to be performed for every new build. In case of sanity testing, which it will be performing whenever the build has been released from testing team to client. But considering that both are high-level test cases. What are the high-level test cases? URL working or not, login functionality working or not, links are working or not. So these are all we need to be considering the high-level test cases. So the one I will be mentioning about smoke testing and then mentioning the sanity testing. In a similar way, which it will be considering the retesting and then mentioning the regression testing. Meaning of retesting? Meaning of retesting? Confirming issue has been fixed correctly or not. So the meaning of retesting, we need to be mentioning that confirming issue has been fixed correctly or not. At the same time, taking with regression testing. The meaning of regression testing. What is the meaning of regression testing? Meaning of regression testing. Testing that existing functionality working or not, or confirming existing functionalities working or not. That will be considering the regression testing. The one will be mentioning the retesting and the one will be mentioning the regression testing. In a similar way, which will be taking with static testing. Meaning of static testing? Doing with the testing without performing any kind of action. So the meaning of static testing, we need to be mentioning that doing with the testing without performing any kind of action. Then we got dynamic testing. Meaning of dynamic testing, mentioning that doing with the testing by performing an action. The meaning of dynamic testing is doing with the testing by performing an action. So the one need to be get mentioning the static testing, and another one need to be get mentioning the dynamic testing. At the same time, we got ad hoc testing. Meaning of ad hoc testing? Doing with the testing without having any proper plan. Not like any of the proper plan here. Just randomly it will be taking with the testing cases and then executing. That will be considering the ad hoc testing. In a similar way, you got alpha testing and beta testing. So meaning of alpha testing? The meaning of alpha testing, we can considering the final testing done by test engineer. Alpha testing, beta testing, both are considering the final testing. Both are considering the final testings here. In that, the one you are mentioning the testing done by test engineer and beta testing done by third party tester or considering the third party customer here. So that we got alpha testing and then taking with beta testing. In a similar way, you got functionality testing and usability testing. Meaning of functionality testing need to be get. Meaning of functionality testing need to be get testing the each and every particular functionality working or not. We need to be get taking care about text box working or not, checkbox working or not, drop down working or not. You need to be get taking care about in testing with each and every particular functionality working or not. That will be considering the functionality testing. In a similar way, you will be taking with usability testing. Meaning of usability testing. The meaning of usability testing need to be get mentioning that working as user friendly. How user friendly to use that application. How user friendly to use that application. That will be considering the usability testing. At the same time, we got compatibility testing. Considering that either application has been compatible with multiple versions or not and multiple browsers or not, that will be taking with compatibility testing. So the meaning of compatibility testing need to be get mentioning that how compatible it is. Either it has been compatible with multiple browsers, multiple versions, that will be considering the compatibility testing. In a similar way, we got some more testings here. In that, the one we will be mentioning about database testing. The meaning of this particular database testing. The meaning of this particular database testing as simple as part of our adaptive application, you are doing with new user registration. What is the use of new user registration? What is the use of new user registration? Need to be get with login credentials here. To get login into application, you need to be get taking care about using with these particular login credentials has been required. So that particular login credentials, you are providing the username, providing the password, you are providing email address, first name, all the details has been provided and clicking on register button. Once you got click on register button, what is the expected result? Once you click on register button, what is the expected result? You are providing all the required details in the new registration form and you are clicking on register button. What is the expected result? Email should be received from admin team with login details here. Once you provided all your information, so all that particular information need to be get saved in the proper database table. As simple as part of database testing, you need to be get taking care about the data you entered in the browser, or application, that particular data, either it has been saved in a proper table or not, that you are considering the database testing. So that you will be considering the database testing. So how we can confirm that, how we can decide that the data has been saved or not. So how we can decide that the data has been saved or not. For that, you need to write the query and you have to retrieve the data from the table. Once you execute the query, you will get the output of the database. That output, the data you entered in the application, both the things are same or not, need to be get tested. As simple as the meaning of database testing. The data you entered in the application, has been saved in a proper tables or not, that you will be considering the database testing. Because of that reason, in general, when you guys are attending with the interviews, as a tester, they will be expecting some basic database knowledge, not like equal to database developer, SQL developer, database developer, that part will be the different. As a tester, at least if you got basic knowledge of database, as simple as how we can retrieve the data from one table if required, how you can retrieve the data from multiple table, that kind of knowledge you had required. Maybe as part of your full stack, having the database also? Which one? Oracle or SQL? Or both are there? Only Oracle. Okay. So any database, it can be Oracle or any other database. Any one particular database has been required. As a tester, they will be expecting with the knowledge up to joins concept. In database, you will be having joins. Up to joins concept, they will be expecting the knowledge. As simple as how you can retrieve the data from one particular table, or how we can retrieve the data from more than one particular table, that you need to be get look into that. So now the conclusion of this particular database testing is as simple as mentioning that data has been saved in a proper tables or not, that you have been continued as part of database testing. In a similar way, you got one more testing. What is it? Interface testing. Under that particular interface testing, you got an option of application, web server, database server. So one is application, another one web server, another one database server. The simple understanding of this particular interface testing, the best example, Gmail. If you take with the Gmail in your laptop, how you are accessing the Gmail? In a laptop, how you are accessing the Gmail? What is the first step you are doing? You are launching the browser. After that, you will enter URL in your local system. In your local system, you got launching with the browser and then entering the URL. Once you enter the URL, you need to get able to see that Gmail login page will be displayed. The Gmail application got open. In that Gmail application, you are entering the email ID and you are entering the password. That will be connecting to Gmail web server. From there, it will be connecting to Gmail database server. I mean, browser, your local system. From the browser, with the help of internet, communicating with Gmail server. From that particular Gmail server, it will be communicating to database server. So these connectivity done in the correct way or not need to be get tested. That kind of testing. What do you consider? What do you consider? Interface testing. So that particular kind of things need to be get mentioning the interface testing. So the meaning of interface testing, that particular connectivity has been done in the correct way or not. So as simple as part of this particular interface testing, it will be taking with application and then taking with web server and then taking with database server. Okay. In a similar way, you will be having two more things here. In that, the one you are consider, what is it? Performance testing. Another one is security testing. The meaning of performance testing in a very simple way, you can consider that page load time. The meaning of performance testing, you can consider that page load time. How much time it was taking, to get load that particular page. How much time it was taking to get load that particular page. In case of 1,000 users, how much time it was taking. In case of 50,000 users, how much time it was taking. In case of taking with 1 lakh users, how much time it was taking. That is what we will be considering the performance testing. The meaning of performance testing, you need to be get calculated how much time it was taking to get load that particular page here. In a similar way, you will be taking with security testing. How secure of that application. The security testing. How secure of that application, that we will be considering the security testing. Let's take our application only. In our application, having the captcha functionality, having captcha or not, one kind of security. And once you click on register, getting the email, you are getting the email. But in that email, without activating the link, is that you are able to log in with that credentials? In the email, you got a link, but you need to click on that link. Then only that credentials will be activated. One kind of security. And apart from that, if you take with the password, if you are entering with invalid password for more than 3 times, if you go with invalid password for more than 3 times, what will be the expected result? Account should be logged. One kind of security. OTP. One kind of security. So all these things will come under security testing. So as part of security testing, you need to be look into that how secure of that particular application, that is what you will be considering that which you will be taking with security testing. So the one you will be considering the performance testing, and the one you will be considering the taking with security testing. So whenever you are providing all these particular different type of testing, any testing you can work, any testing you can work. Whatever the testings you want to be work, you need to be taking care about having with expected result and then actual result. Meaning of expected result? Meaning of expected result? Based on requirement document. Meaning of actual result? Based on application. The meaning of expected result based on requirement document, meaning of actual result based on application need to be get compared with both the results. If both the results are same, need to be get considered as a pass. If both the results are not same, need to be get considering as a fail. So the one you will be considering that in case of pass, what you will do? In case of pass, what you will do? Go with another testing case. In case of fail, need to be get taking with bug reporting. So that is what you will be mentioning about taking with having any kind of testing as part of the terminology. As part of the terminology, you will be taking with different types of testings are there, but because of the different type, it's not like in new techniques you will follow. Your whole manual testing concept will be the same. The way of terminologies, you will be having different types of testings are there. It's not like only these particular things. You have lot of testings are there. N number of testing types are there. So once you start attending with the interview, based on that particular interview expectation, you need to be get look into that in explaining that particular kind of testing here. Now, just an understanding as simple as the one you will be mentioning the smoke testing and then considering the sanity testing, retesting, regression testing, static testing, dynamic testing, alpha testing, ad hoc testing, alpha testing, beta testing here. Along with that, functionality testing, usability testing, compatibility testing, database testing, and then interface testing. After that, performance testing, and then taking with security testing. Not like restricted to only these testing. Having other testings also there, but at least for the interview, you need to be get comfortable in explaining what are all different types of testings are there. But you may work with any testing. Testing concept is same. As part of the requirement, you got a different terminology. This is what you will be mentioning about taking with having different types of the testing. And the last point, we need to be get taking care of it, need to be get understand about test closure. So just you guys can have the heading mentioning the test closure and then mention the when to stop testing. First is test closure, provide the hyphen symbol, and then need to be get mentioning the when to stop testing. And then make a note of these particular points. Not record all the description. It doesn't record all the description. So need to be get mentioning about taking with. So need to be get mentioning about having with test closure hyphen when to stop testing. Test closure hyphen when to stop testing. Okay. Take where the main heading is test closure hyphen when to stop testing. And then make a note of these points up to this. Make a note of up to this. Java programs you've done in Eclipse or IntelliJ? Eclipse only, right? Is done? Okay. Right. Let's understand on it. So we need to be taking care about this particular last option that we will be taking with test closure. Okay. Right. See the understanding. We have been taking care about and done with STLC. Meaning of STLC? Software testing life cycle. What is the first option? First option is requirements understanding. After that, test plan. After that, test scenarios. After that, test cases. After that, test execution. Okay. After that, taking with bug reporting. After that, what is it? Test closure. So as part of SDLC, we need to be taking care about and implementing these particular steps here. So we need to be taking care about done with these particular steps. In that, the one we got requirements understanding. As simple as we need to be taking care about in referring with all the requirement documents based on that project or based on that particular client. Whatever the documents are there, you need to be mentioned that all that particular documents here. And after that, you will be taking with test plan. Test plan done by? Test plan is done by test lead here. And then you got taking care about test scenarios. Meaning of test scenarios? What need to be tested? Meaning of test cases? How to be tested? Meaning of test execution? Comparison of expected result with actual result. Meaning of bug reporting? Documenting with issue. Who has to be take care about all these things? Who has to take care? Tester. So as a tester, you need to be mentioning that taking care about test scenarios, test cases, execution, bug reporting. And what is the last activity? Test closure. Who has to take care about test closure? Who has to take care about test closure? Lead or manager? Or both the people? Or Suresh sir? Naresh IT, yeah? Okay. So this particular test closure taken care by manager. So test closure activity need to be taken care by manager here. So what exactly the meaning of this particular test closure activity? So as simple as in the real time, this particular test manager need to be taking care about collecting with information of what are all total number of test cases has been created for that particular project. What are all the total number of test cases has been created. In that, considering that how many test cases has been passed and then taking with how many test cases has been failed, and at the same time how many bugs identified and then how many bugs has been closed it. All these kind of report need to be prepared by test manager or manager. Along these particular report, they need to be collect the information of what are all documents has been created. Need to be collecting with the information of what are all documents has been created. I mean, as simple as considering that mentioning about test scenario document and then consider test cases document, test execution document, and then taking with bug reporting document related to that particular project. He need to be collect all these required information. The process of collecting all these information and preparing one particular email. So collecting all these information and preparing the one particular email, you will be considering the test closure activity. So as part of test closure activity, you need to be taking care about in having all these information. Once all the information is ready, this manager will set up with the meeting with the client. As part of test closure, first he will gather all the required information and he will prepare one particular email. And then the manager will have a setup with the meeting with client. And then they will be having with the discussion what will be next level activity need to be done. Is that any enhancements are there in the project, or is it the whole project need to be stopped it or need to be kept in a hold? What exactly the next level activity need to be done, that will be taking with discussion here. In case if they want to be get stop it at the testing. In case if they want to be get stop it at the testing, they will be taking with the points. Assume that they want to be get stop it at the testing. In case of they want to be get stop it at the testing, need to be get taking care about having with these particular deadlines. The first point they need to be get mentioning the deadlines here. Meaning of deadlines? Target dates here. The meaning of deadlines you can consider in the targeted dates. I mean, based on that particular project, as part of the test plan, it will provide that when testing need to be started and when testing need to be completed here. So once you have been reached to that particular date, once you reach it to that particular dates, then we can think about in stopping that particular testing. That will be considering the deadlines here. The meaning of deadlines, you need to be get considering the targets here. In case of, target dates, if we reach it to that particular target date, then we can confirm or we can think about to stop it at the testing. Not like mandatory, you can think about in stopping that particular testing. After that, which you will be taking with test cases completed pass percentage. So pass percentage 100% will never possible. 100% of pass will never possible. But at least 80 to 90% of test cases pass. 80 to 90% of test cases has been passed. Need to be taking care about in stopping that particular testing. It's not like mandatory. You can think about in stopping with that particular testing. So 90% of the test cases passed. The meaning of 90% of the test cases has been passed. You can consider that, or you can say that as simple as you can consider like pass. When you will say the test case has been passed? When you will say the test case has been passed, expected result and actual result, both are same. As both the results are same, you can considering that pass. In case of both the results are same, you can consider that pass. If the test cases has been passed means application working correctly. If application is working correctly, we can think about in stopping with the testing. That is what it will be mentioning about pass percentage here. Then it will be mentioning the test budget depleted. The meaning of depleted is budget has been completed. Sometimes the clients will not have enough budget to continue the testing. If they don't have enough budget to continue the testing, then they can think about in stopping that particular testing. It's not like testing, that project can be stopped. If client is not having enough budget to continue that particular project, they can think about in stopping that particular testing or that project. That is what they will be considering the test budget depleted. In a similar way, it will be having coverage of code or functionality reaches to specific point. I mean, according to the requirement document, according to that particular requirement document, if we are confirming that all the functionalities has been developed and all the functionalities has been tested, then we can think about in stopping that particular testing here. So the one it will be mentioning that, taking with coverage of the code. The one it will be mentioning that taking with coverage of the code or the functionality. Development activity, testing activity. Both the things has been done as part of requirement. All the requirements developed, all the requirements tested, then we can think about stopping with the testing. At the same time, bug rate has been fall down. Initially, you can identify more bugs. Once you got identified the bugs, you will be reporting the bugs. Once you report the bug, what developer has to do? Fix the bug. Once developer has been fixed the bug, what he will be doing? He'll be taking care about retest here. Once developer has been fixed the bug, as a tester, you have to take care about retesting that particular bug. Once it got retested, if it is working as expected, you will be getting stopping that particular, you will be closing that particular bug. So the meaning of close status? Meaning of close status? No bug. When you will mention that bug status is closed, functionality working as expected, or bug has been fixed working as expected, then you will be taking with close. As functionality working means application working correctly. If that application is working correctly, then it will be taking care about, or it will be thinking about in stopping that particular testing here. And then taking with alpha testing, beta testing has been completed. So this alpha testing, beta testing, we need to be considering that both are considering the final testing. Alpha testing and beta testing, both are considering the final testings here. Once alpha testing, beta testing, both are completed, so then it will be moving into live environment. As project has been moved into live environment, you can think about stopping with the testing. It's not like condition, or it's not like in a particular rule. In case of need to be stopped with the testing, we can consider these particular points and we can take care about in stopping with the testing. So the test lead will be completing with all the test closure activity. The test lead will be taking care about all the test test closure activity. Once it has been completed, you will have a meeting with the client and then taking care about having with the discussion of all these particular points. Based on these particular things, if required, they will be stopping with the testing. Otherwise, they will be continued with other enhancement. There is no concept of need to be stopped with the testing. As simple as you guys are very well knowing about Amazon application. Knowing or not? Flipkart application. All these applications already available in a live. Even though these applications are already available in the live, it's not like development stopped it, testing stopped it. Every day they will be having new features. Development need to be continued. Testing also need to be continued. That means till the time of that business is available, till the time of that business has been available, it's need to be get continued. Taking that development activity and then taking with testing activity. So that is what you will be mentioning about considering that need to be get stopped testing or not. So as part of the whole manual testing, you may work with any project, any application, any technology. It can be any kind of the project. As part of the testing, you need to be get comfortable in implementing about all these things here. You are not worried about how the test plan will be prepared. As a tester, it can be fresher level or it can be experience level. As a fresher level or experience level, you need to be get comfortable taking care about requirement understanding, test scenarios, test cases, execution, bug reporting. This is what you need to be get taking care about in doing with regular activity here. So that is what you need to be get performed. Apart from that, as a tester, you need to be get taking care about automation testing also. Not like only manual testing. As a tester, only manual testing you will not be having. You need to be get taking care about manual testing and need to be get taking care about automation testing. Till now, what are all the things we have been done? The whole thing related to manual testing. In case if you want to be try with the job only with manual testing, just you can make a trial. Further, I'm just providing the sample resume. I'm just providing sample resume format. You can try with manual testing just in a trial. It's not like mandatory that you will be getting with the job. Chances are there, but if you want to be making a trial, you can try on it. So related to this particular manual testing, the resume will consist of details related to automation also. I provided fresher level, experience level, how it will be done. So in case of want to be making a trial, you can do on that. This is what you will be taking with the whole concept related to this particular manual testing here. As simple as for now, the concepts we got understand. First we will be taking with SDLC process. After that, we got understand that mentioning about SDLC models. And then we got understand about taking with SDLC. So this SDLC, which we have been done by taking with project. What is the project we done? What is the project we done? Adapting. In a similar way, we need to get start with automation testing. Just take with the new page and write the heading. Just write the heading. Take with the new page, not like existing page. Take with the new page and write with the main heading. Write with the main heading is automation testing using Selenium. Automation testing using Selenium. That Selenium in a capital letters. That particular Selenium in a capital letters. Having a main heading is automation testing using Selenium. Okay. So that we need to get started. That will be looking to that. That will be started now. Tomorrow session is there? No. Ganesh Chaturthi. Okay. So tomorrow there is no session. I'll start automation on day after tomorrow. Not now. So I'll take on Thursday. Tomorrow there is no session. From Thursday, I'll start with automation. In the meanwhile, what I will do? Complete all the pending activities related to manual. Again, I'm clearly saying that manual little bit okay, just like serial, daily serial will be there. But automation testing? So a lot of movies will be, no web series here. Okay. Lot of new movies will be there. All the movies will be looking into that. So see that you can attend with regularly. Manual testing little bit okay, but automation testing, if you are missing with the session, the connectivity will not be done. Take care about attending with the sessions regularly for the automation testing. In the meanwhile, please refresh your Java concepts up to OOPS. Up to OOPS concept. Collections, frameworks, all those things not required, but up to OOPS concepts, take care about what are all the syntaxes need to be followed. By that, very easily, we can write with the programs in Selenium. Okay. So tomorrow, no session. Next session on Thursday. From Thursday, what will start? Automation testing using Selenium. Carry on. Thank you.